So Salima created videos that helped you understand how to use the system with PlayPosit syncing with Canvas. I wanted to create a video that showed you actually how to design bulbs. Many of the training videos available are utilizing the old system, and so I wanted to show you the different things that you can do with it. Also, one side note, this screen, your main dashboard, this will be changing sometime in late June, early July. They're going to transition to more of a Google Drive look. So when that happens, I'll probably create another video just to highlight those changes. All right, so before I begin creating my bulb, I want to make sure I have my YouTube videos ready to go. It's just the easiest thing. Have them ready, have them in a separate tab, and then you can just drag or grab the URL. Excuse me. So I'm going to design a bulb, and I need to paste in my URL right here. I'm just doing some random dog videos for today, just because. So I paste that in, I press continue. And then from here, you need to create a lesson title. You need to add a learning objective. Now, if you don't really want to worry about the learning objective, you could just put blank, but you do have to type something in that field. You also have to designate a grade level, a subject, and then on choose topic, you have to click other. The final setting is will allow you to rewind during questions. You can have that set, that's fine, but the main idea behind this is that the kids are really needing to pay attention and to focus in on what they're doing. It's a formative assessment so that they're listening and really focusing in on the content, and then they get to a stopping point with the question, and they should be able to answer that question. But if you want them to be able to rewind, you just check that, and then they can rewind. So you begin building. And we wait for PlayPosit. There we go. To be honest, I think the internet connection is a little slow today. You would never, ever have to worry about that, right? When you're actually teaching children and you're wanting something to happen and it goes slowly. No. All right. So this is the screen. Basically, you have a preview of the video, and you have your timeline at the bottom. Up at the top, you have the ability to preview what that's going to look like, and then you have your monitor button. That will allow you to see the analytics after questions have been answered. But to begin, you can click the little waffle board, and then you have these options. You can either add a question, trim the video, or delete the video. Now, I want to just show you the trim video option first, because this is something that I think may be underutilized in using PlayPosit. So PlayPosit, yes, you can have the formative assessments. It's fantastic. But it's also a really quick, really easy tool to do some basic video editing. So if you have a YouTube video, for example, and there's a section in the middle that you don't want, maybe from 30 seconds to 50 seconds, something inappropriate happens, it's content that you don't agree with, whatever. You can chunk that out. So when you click on that trim video, you have the ability to drag at the front and the back of the video.
I just couldn't stop thinking.
But you can also add what's called an internal crop segment, which is what I want to do. So I click this, and then I get a new chunk. So I'm going to drag my red all the way to the 50 marker, because that's where I wanted it to end my clip out. And then my green marker, I'm going to go to 30. So you can see right there, I have a little trash can indicator. What'll happen is when the students play the PlayPosit, they'll play it, it'll play up to this point, and then it will jump over to here. Okay, so that's an internal crop segment. Then internal crop segment. I exit crop mode, and that's static. So now what I do is I want to put my cursor in different areas of the video, and I can add my questions. So I'm not going to go through all of these. There are a lot of different types of questions. I'll just add a basic multiple choice question. You'll notice too that you can add audio, you can upload images, you can do a lot of really neat things. Think about your kiddos who may struggle with reading and really understanding what they're reading. Adding that little audio file of you speaking the question can be a really great way to bridge that gap and to differentiate the learning for that. The kiddos who are going to read it, they're going to read it anyway, but you're giving some options to those other kids. So you type in all the different question options, you select one that's correct, and you press save. And that's the process. That's it. Now, before I stop, I want to show you one other thing. What you can do with PlayPosit is you can string multiple videos together. And that's always been something that teachers have wanted to do. It'll make it really easy for them to show all of the different content that they want to show without having to have students click multiple links. So when I'm finished with my video and I've added all of my questions, whatever, up at the left-hand corner, there's this little play icon. And it's easy to miss, but if you click that, then you can click the add video. What it'll do is it'll allow you to add another video. So I have another dog video ready to go. I'm going to paste it in. I click add. And so what it looks like then is I have a whole new PlayPosit bulb to create. And that's sort of true. I can trim this. I'm going to trim it all the way down to 15 seconds. Exit crop mode. But you can go back and forth between those two videos. So the way this works is then, and you can drag the videos up and down to rearrange them. So this video will play first. The students will go all the way through the video. And then at the very end, it will automatically jump into this bulb, into this video. And you can see that it saved my clip. When you're finished, you can preview it, or you can go up to your little three dots up here and click finish. It will save it for you, and then you can, just like Salima discussed in her training video, you can assign that directly into Canvas, and students will have access to completing that. From there, you can click your monitor, and you can begin looking at your class that you've worked on. Let's say I'm in Sandbox 2, and you can check out the assignment data for that PlayPosit, if there is any assignment data. You can see that I've tested some and not had any data. But if you did, you can open the assignment data, and you'll get a question-by-question breakdown. You'll get the analytics. You'll be able to get the correct answers. And then you can go in and you can edit and make changes based on some of those essay questions or the short answer questions. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to get in contact with me. I think PlayPosit is a pretty phenomenal tool. As more and more teachers get comfortable with it, I feel like it's really the best way to utilize video for your classes, because you have some control over the content that they're looking at. You have control over really guiding students throughout that process of saying, here's a reflective pause. Here's a thing that you need to think about from that section of video that you just watched. And it really makes it a little bit more meaningful and makes the learning from the videos more intentional.